Joke's on everybody who thought it was going to be too hot, because that breeze is lovely, saving us all. Well, hello, everyone. My name's Tim Crosby. I'm from Southern Illinois. And by Southern Illinois, I mean Southern Illinois. Way down there. But I grew up in the central part of the state, and I used to live in Freeport, so I was kind of familiar with Northwest Illinois. But I feel right at home here. And thank you for coming and making the effort tonight. I really do appreciate it. I'm on a 3-day, 3-listening room kind of tour. And just by way of biography, you know, I've lived in Southern Illinois for about 20 years now, and I play all original music down there, and I play about 140, 150 shows a year, but they're, you know, a lot of them are just our wineries and breweries and such, and so listening things like this are so important and so special to people like me. I'm sure John hears this all the time from whoever he has come here. And he's got some amazing people coming here. So I hope I can at least hit somewhere in the middle somewhere. I'll start out tonight with the obligatory Crime and Punishment tune. A jail song. Not a song about being in jail, but a song about visiting someone in jail. So in case you've never had that pleasure, maybe you'll get a little taste of what it's like here on this one. This one's called Visiting Hours. Well, tonight we'll meet on the video screen. I can't believe how much you look like me. Your eyebrows and that dark brown hair. Now mine's all gray or not even there. Well, I signed the books and I'll show ID, but you don't know what it does to me. November in the county jail, $11,000 bail. Well, I sit here on this metal stool. Oh, it hurts my back, but that's the rule. And all the people here look sad and grim. I guess now I'm one of them. But that time out west you almost died. At least you're safer here inside. I tried in vain for years to set you straight. My visiting hours are 6 to 8. Well, fortune smiles upon the bold, but it's left you locked up in the cold. No money comes without a risk, but you sure ain't getting rich like this. But I remember it was a strange affair when those Utah cops didn't even care. No, you had pounds of stuff and stacks of gold. They just took it all and they let you go. Oh, they've lied for years to you and me. They owe us an apology. But here you sit locked up behind their gates. We're visiting hours are 6 to 8. Well, 30 minutes have come and gone. Sometimes it seems a bit too long, 'cause you put yourself in this bad way. There ain't nothing left but the price to pay. And you broke your little sister's heart, so don't cry for me, don't even start. Ooh, I fear I'm turning cold and hard, like cinder blocks and steel bars. But I'll put some cash on your account, the normal nominal amount. I won't leave you abandoned to your fate. We're visiting hours are 6 to 8. Thank you. That's called visiting hours. Now you feel like you've been there, right? Hopefully that's the closest you'll ever have to get. You know, I always tell people my stories are, my songs are, some of them are biographical, some of them are autobiographical, some of them are semi-autobiographical, some of them are complete BS and lies. But hopefully they're all true, if you know what I mean. They're all true in some sense. My soon-to-be wife, that's another story. She's a writer of fiction, published writer of fiction, and she has a term for it. It's called the uninventable truth. You know, when you hear something that's when you hear something in a work of fiction or in a song, it just rings true or it doesn't. And so I try to do that. It's not easy at all, and I don't know if I'm successful, but I try. That's my goal. So no, I'm not going to swear to the I rarely take credit for an absolutely autobiographical one. There are a few. I'll point them out as they come up. This is one of my favorites, and it is somewhat autobiographical. This song's called Part of Your Sky. And it came from a time in my life when I had become very separated and estranged from someone who was extremely important to me. Sometimes things happen in life where it's not either of your fault. Things happen. And sometimes it's hard to get back to where you were. So I think when I was sat down to write that day, I was thinking a lot about that. And I thought to myself, I would do just about anything to be part of this person's life, any way I could be. And once I had that straight in my head, the words just kind of came right out. And it ended up being one of my favorite songs. I think it's just fun to play it and fun to sing it. This one's called Part of Your Sky. Oh, I wish I was a cloud, so I could be part of your sky. Well, I wish I was a cloud, so I could be part of your sky. It might get cold when I'm in town, it might start raining if I cry, and I'd follow you around secretly and on the sly. Oh, I wish I was a cloud, so I could be part of your sky. And I wish I was a bird, so I could sing your favorite songs, ones that no one's ever heard, but I bet you'd sing along. And even without any words, they would make you brave and strong. Oh, I wish I was a bird, so I could sing your favorite song. How I wish you'd let it go. Oh, I wish you'd let me in. Where it might go, I just don't know, but I sure know where it's been. Lord, I've ate my share of crow, and I know that I have sinned. But babe, I'm asking, can't we try again? Well, I wish I was the wind, so I could whisper in your ear. Then you'd know what I intend. You could let go of your fear. And when you feel me on your skin, you know that I've always been here. Oh, I wish I was the wind, so I could whisper in your ear. Well, I wish I was a cloud, so I could be part of your sky. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. I didn't ask you, John. Do we do cover songs here, or is that illegal? I just might throw one in later. I just wondered. I meant to ask you. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I know how those folks can be. I'm going to do a little broken-hearted tune that I wrote a few years ago. I found out that night that a broken heart is a broken heart. I was pretty broken-hearted when I wrote this song, not in a romantic sense, in another way. So I had that kind of going on, and I had something else going on, and it all kind of came together in this song. And I realized you can take a broken heart and make it relate to any kind of broken heart that there is. And I don't know why people like me write so damn many sad songs, but we do. It's also been proven scientifically, I read, that sad songs make people feel better. It's a psychological phenomenon. So you're welcome. I'm not that big a bummer, but this song is called Second Best. On these walls, don't wanna feel nothing at all. Oh, I used to run, but now I crawl, ever since I took the fall. So pour some whiskey in my cup, I'm her favorite runner-up. Only she could make me understand I'm nothing but an also-ran. Oh, I never tried so hard before, walking circles on the floor, pounding wildly on her door, praying God don't let it hurt no more. Oh, I passed the test, better than most the rest, but I'm still second best. Well, there's no running from the past. At least I didn't come in last. So I'll push it down till I don't feel anything that might be real. But then the panic will set in. I think of her alone with him. Oh, there must be some kind of mistake that's causing my poor heart to break. 'Cause I never cried like this before. I'm pacing circles on the floor, pounding wildly on her door, praying God don't let it hurt no more. Oh, I passed the test, better than most the rest, and I'm still second best. 'Cause I never tried so hard before, walking circles on the floor, pounding wildly on her door, praying God don't let it hurt no more. Oh, I passed the test, better than most the rest, but I'm still second best. Yes, I passed the test, better than most the rest, but I'm still second best. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I hope that hurt a little. People like me were sick. We like to make people cry. Well, let's move away from that stuff for a minute. This is a song I realized. I was talking to my soon-to-be wife again. I was driving around this lovely town and just telling her about it. And I realized there's a lyric in this song that I wrote years ago about a place very close to here, Davenport. The lyric goes, so I crossed the Mississippi up in Davenport, IA, and I made friends with a hippie. Lord, she made me feel okay. So listen for that in this song. This one's called The Water Cuts the Stone. I've been up and down the road enough to know what's up ahead. Visions of my sun-bleached stone and shadows of the dead. Oh, and you can call it destiny, or you can call it fate, but it ain't nothing but a tragedy if all you do is hate. Well, I left that girl in Memphis, never even stopped to pack. Oh, I'd made her life a circus, she still thinks I'm coming back. But her mama knew that I was through and crooked to the bone. Well, it cut me down to nothing like the water cuts a stone. Oh, it cut me down to nothing like the water cuts a stone. my daddy taught me early to hold a gun and hold a grudge. And you could check the judge and jury, but they won't get me to budge. And all this light and sound of fury, the dust and smoke and fire, you could have told me not to worry, but you'd been preaching to the choir. So I crossed the Mississippi up in Davenport, IA, and I made friends with a hippie. Lord, you made me feel okay. But I reached the wide, great divide, scared and all alone. Well, it cut me down to nothing, like the water cuts a stone. Hey, it cut me down to nothing, like the water cuts a stone. Now time smooths out the edges and polishes the flaws, while gravity alleges it can take down an outlaw. And I wonder if I'm destined to ever make it home. Well, it cuts me down to nothing, like the water cuts a stone. Yeah. Hey, it cuts me down to nothing, like the water cuts a stone. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, you guys are very nice. Thank you so much. I will have to check my list at some point. I get up here, I always forget. What songs do I have? I know I have songs. I have 3 CDs. I have them with me today. If you'd like one, just let me know. But I think I mentioned I'm from the central part of the state. Grew up in a little town called Prine, and it's about 30 miles south of Decatur. My dad was a construction electrician, and he would go to Decatur quite frequently to work. He worked at ADM and Staley and all those places. And I remember good times as a kid in the 1970s. I can remember good times. I can remember some times when my dad was at home a lot, you know. He was never in a good mood when that was happening. You didn't want to be caught sitting around, let's put it that way. He'd put a broom in your hand or something. And it was just, you know, the tale of an industrial city kind of goes that way. All overall, you know, more good than bad. But I think that's where this song came from right here. This one's called Good Jobs. And it seems to remain stubbornly relevant to folks. So it goes like this. Well, I work this job like I always have. Some jobs go, this one ain't half bad. It's a part-time gig with no benefits, but I might move up if someone dies or quits. Yeah, I work this job, I work it right. I work up a great big appetite. Then I'll come back home and kiss my wife and tell her everything's gonna be alright. But good jobs are hard to find, getting harder all the time. My job leaves me in the cold, out of money and growing old. Well, I used to run a press at the factory till the bosses sent my job on overseas. Now I'm working part-time in the shadow of doubt and throwing newspapers on a paper route. I do what I must survive, but I doubt that I'll ever make it out alive. 'Cause the taxes are high and the pay is low. Do they just not care, or do they just not know that good jobs are hard to find? Out of luck and left behind, working part-time at a convenience store. The last one out, better lock the door. Well, the bosses only care about the bottom line, and the unions only care when the contract's signed. Ain't no one out there watching out for me. Retirement ain't nothing but a fantasy, 'cause good jobs are hard to find, getting harder all the time. I'm working all night at a convenience store. I spend my days just looking for a job, they're hard to find, out of luck and left behind. My job leaves me in the cold, out of money and growing old. Thank you, guys. Thanks very much. I don't know if you've noticed if you've picked up on my guitar technique yet. If I'm playing loud and hard, that's supposed to be a guitar solo. You have to use your imagination a little bit. I apologize. I am not a guitar picker. I'm a serviceable guitar player at the best. And I'm sure you're used to people who are better than that, but that's what I have. That's why I have other musicians play with me a lot, honestly. But I try to take care of the melody and the words, and hopefully that'll be enough to carry it over. Or maybe not, but we'll try it. But thank you for sticking in there with me. If you see me like really jamming, then you know I'm rocking out. You have to just come along with me on the journey. I try to tell the truth in songs, and this was a song I think I was trying to tell the truth about my own self, and just if you're honest with yourself, you know there are things that you do that you wish you didn't do, and you hope that the next time you get an opportunity, you won't do it. This song's not real specific in that, but that was kind of the thing I was going for. So the key words here on this one is, I hope that I don't, but I probably will. Preacher told me not to drink cheap whiskey on my wedding day. An old man in a young man's game shouldn't act that way. And all this freedom comes with a price to pay. A price to pay. There's a price to pay. And Susie used to like to show me all her brother's magazines. We were curious and just 14. And when she'd finish up, she'd wash me clean. Was that so wrong? 'Cause it sure felt right. Well, it don't take long when they squeeze you tight. I'll do what I want till I get my fill. Oh, I hope that I don't, but I probably will. I was born the oldest son in a gang of 3. And Mama told me that my stubborn ways to get the best of me. And she don't tell no lies far as I can see. She don't tell lies. Mama don't tell lies. You'd been gone for years before the day you left. That boy sailed the hard way that I'd left adrift. It felt more like a gift and less like theft. Was that so wrong? 'Cause it sure felt right. Oh, it don't take long to rescue wrong from right. And no, I sure don't wish you no ill. Oh, I hope that I don't, but I probably will. Is this so wrong? 'Cause it sure feels right. Guess I'll play along, at least for tonight. Then I'll steal your heart and send you the bill. Oh, I hope that I don't, I probably will. Oh, I probably will. Yeah, I probably will. Oh, I probably will. Thank you, guys. That makes sense. I am wretched, as they say. Well, thank you guys. Oh, what did I do with my list? I put it somewhere. I don't really need it. I could probably fake my way through this, trying to think of different songs. One thing about this is I get to do my very favorite songs, so that I've written. Let me do one more of mine, and maybe I'll throw something that maybe you've heard. This is a song off my very first CD back when I had a band. My band was modeled on the Heartbreakers, you know. I love Tom Petty. We never quite got that good, of course, but that's who I was trying to be. And we recorded this song, and it sounds very different on the CD than I play it now. I think I've learned to really get the lyrics across a lot better. This song's become very special to me over the years, and It's usually one of the last songs I do in the night. This one's called Family. Been kicked all around in this dirty town, and if losing was funny, I would be a clown for sure. They sure like to laugh at me, and I think about my little baby every day. She's my hop, skip, jumper, and I'm gonna stay with her. Yeah, she sure got my back for me. She's gonna rescue me. We're gonna make it, you'll see. And I don't know what to call her, so I think I'll call her Family. Well, I can't recall a time when things weren't thin, but I turn around and fall in love again with her. Her loving makes me wanna stay, and she really don't care that I can't give her much. Well, she's always got a smile and a loving touch for me. She's got an impressive resume. Ooh, she's gonna rescue me. We're gonna make it, you'll see. I don't know what to call her, so I think I'll call her Family. Well, I don't know how to fly without her by my side. Gonna try to get us by. Well, it's me and her up against the world. Well, if something didn't hurt, we'd both think we were dead. And it feels like both my boots are filled up with lead today. And I ain't looking for your sympathy, 'cause I got a good woman, tries to keep me strong, makes me take another step when I think I can't go on again. So look at what she's done for me. She went and rescued me, did it all for free. And I don't know what to call her, so I think I'll call her Family. Hey, I don't know what to call her, so I think I'll call her Family. Yeah, I don't know what to call her, so I'm gonna call her Family. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I feel so lucky to be here. I really do. I want you to know that. It's amazing to me. When I started writing songs again about 10 years ago, I just kind of set a goal for myself to play out in Southern Illinois and play original music. No one's really doing that down there. I mean, there were some people who do, they'll do 90% covers and 10% originals, whatever. But I wanted to be different. I wanted to do it. Songs started to just flow out of me at that time. I don't know why. I kind of got to where I could put my mind blank and just be open to receive something. Some people have described art that way. It never had happened to me before. It was kind of a shock when it kind of started working that way for me. So I'm just really happy to be here with y'all. Thank you for coming tonight. I really do appreciate you. Thanks. I'm going to do a song off my new CD. This CD was made pretty much during when the pandemic began. And we were one of the lucky ones. We got to work at home. I know that didn't happen for a lot of people. I think sometimes we forget that. But we were lucky. And it was a very strange time for us. It was strange for everyone. The pandemic was starting. Nobody knew what to expect. It was just a very surreal moment. But in our house, there was something else going on that made it even weirder, and that was my son. My oldest son had disappeared. And a few months into the pandemic, we pretty much figured out that we had lost him, and he wasn't coming home. And we were right about that, unfortunately. And I noticed that happy hour started coming at our house a little earlier every day. We started, we have a bunch of chickens. We live out in the country, and we'd go out and kind of have a few drinks with our friends. And my girl and I would talk about what the afterlife might be like. And that was one of our favorite subjects that kept coming up. Everybody has all kinds of ideas about that. And we described some pretty good scenarios. We could come up with some good stuff. And usually towards after, 2 or 3, we'd say, well, I don't know that. I don't know if that's how it's going to be, but I hope that's how it is. And that's where this song came from. It's called I Hope That's How It Is. I'm so wet. I'm trying to dry off so my fingers won't pick. It goes like this. Well, I hope that it's my grandpa who's the first to greet me there. Grandma's sitting by his side in her favorite rocking chair. So it's a place to hug your family and drown in happy tears. I don't know this for sure, but I sure hope that it is. And I hope that you and I live on a farm with rolling hills, and you ride that special horse again until your heart is filled. So it's a place to climb up in the saddle and leave behind your fears. I don't know this for sure, but I sure hope that it is. Well, I hope that's how it is when our life here disappears. No golden harps and angels, just whiskey shots and beers. Well, life can be a sad parade of painful souvenirs. So I don't know this for sure, but I sure hope that it is. Well, Prince and Prine and Petty will be there playing all their songs, and their many friends will have the chance to dance and sing along. So it's a place to meet your heroes and join in on their hymns. I don't know this for sure, but I sure hope that it is. And I'll meet a dark-haired little boy who left us all too soon, catching fish in his bare feet on a summer's afternoon. So it's a place where all the pain is gone and joy that never ends. I don't know this for sure, but I sure hope that it is. Well, I hope that's how it is when our life here disappears. No golden harps and angels, just whiskey shots and beers. Well, life can be a sad parade of painful souvenirs. So I don't know this for sure, but I sure hope that it is. Oh, I hope that's how it is when our life here disappears. No golden harps and angels, just whiskey shots and beers. Well, life can be a sad parade of painful souvenirs. So I don't know this for sure, but I sure hope that it is. I don't know this for sure, but I sure hope that it is. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked that one. I appreciate you. Let's see here. What else can I do? You know, yeah, I'm getting married in October. Never thought I'd do that again. But we've been together 11 years. I think we've seen everything. I hope. This is a song I wrote several years ago after falling in love with this woman. It's called Like No Other. For us, it's not the first time. It's not our first trip to the show. That's what gives me some perspective. Darling, that's the way I know. Never known contentment like I do with you. Under your sweet spell of enchantment, and all bright and new. I see you out there in the sunshine. I see you drenched in autumn light. Picture me right there beside you. I feel the way you hold me tight. Unadulterated happiness shines in your eyes. You bring me joy the way no other has in all my life. Walk along this path together, make up for lost time along the way. Cloud the skies on nasty weather, day by day. I love you like no other, like no other. Love you like no other. Ooh. There's nothing that I'll take for granted. There's nothing I won't do for you. Yes, my feet are firmly planted, baby. I'm resolute that we pull through. Always knew that you were out there waiting for me. Still better late than never. Now we're free. to. Free to win or lose each day. We'll only think of our tomorrows, not yesterdays. I love you like no other, like no other. Love you like no other. Ooh. Hey. I love you like no other, like no other. Love you like no other. Ooh. Yeah. Thank you. Did y'all see that? That was one of my better solos. I was all over that thing, man. Oh, my brother can play lead guitar. He's really good, too. I don't know what happened to me. Fingers are too fat. I don't know what's wrong. Well, I promised you doing a song that you've maybe probably heard, so I'm going to give you one. I'll give you a break. Thank you for listening to mine. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Thank you. I think you probably recognize this one. A heart on the run leaves a hand on the gun. You can't trust anyone. And I was so sure what I needed was more. Tried to shoot out the sun. The days when we raged, we flew off the page. Such damage was done. But I made it through, 'cause somebody knew I was meant for someone. Bed, we ain't leaving this room. Someone needs medical help for the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up, you know you're enough to use me for good. I put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress. Richmond on high. But I sobered up, I swore off that stuff forever this time. And the old lover sing, I thought it'd be me who helped him get home. Home was a dream, one that I never seen till you came along. So girl, hang your dress up to dry. We ain't leaving this room. To Percy Priest breaks open wide and her river runs through. And carries this house on its stoves like a piece of driftwood. And cover me up, and know you're enough to use me for good. Someone needs medical help for the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good. Cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good. There we go. Oh, thank you. Me and my big fat fingers, thank you very much. Sticking with me. Sorry about that. But I love that song for certain. I hope I didn't butcher it too badly for you. Thank you, guys. Time to check that list. Time to check the time. John, what time is it? I don't even know. Okay. So I have 20 minutes? Okay. Well, I might not have any more songs because I can't find my list. So the show could be over right now. I just had it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry. That's some of my notorious professional behavior right there. Sorry about that. Yeah. Well, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being kind to me. I'm going to do, let's see. Yeah, I'll do this song. I've just started recording this song recently, and I've been listening to mixes all the way up here. So I'm sick of it. Sick of this song, but I'm going to do it because I do like the song, of course. It's I think I mentioned I'm getting married in October, and we've been together 11 years. And I think we've seen everything from each other, and the best thing about that is that I know her story. I know where she's been, what she's been through, how she got to where she is today. And, so when you know somebody like that, it's really magical, usually. And also, you start to learn amazing things about people. Everybody has an amazing thing that happened to them in their life. Everybody does. And one day I was sitting down to write, and I thought about her amazing thing. That is I don't know why I have not tried to tell this story in a song, but I think I'm going to try today. And I wrote this song. It's about one of those four-legged angels that come into your life. This one had a mane and a tail. So this is a story about a horse who saved her life in many ways. It's called Merlin. that she'd be afraid to ride him, or that the horse might put her on the ground. 'Cause lately she had found the strength to fight him. So this was his new plan, to keep her down. By all accounts, that horse was quite a handful. His brown eyes looked right through her like a knife. But when she sat her ass down in that saddle, knew it was the start of a new life. And together they were nothing short of magic. So she named him for a wizard we all know. And throughout the daily joyful or the tragic, she loved a horse with hide as white as snow. Ride, Merlin, ride, with that stardust by your side, the holy power to set a captive free. And only she could see how you hid your silver wings, and were always just an angel in disguise. She moved into a rundown little farmhouse. For her dogs and little boy it was just right. And Merlin ran the herd around the pasture, and by her bedroom window every night. And he healed the places in her heart wounded by the past, and replaced it with a love that was divine. And though their time together wasn't meant to last, we all know that an angel never dies. So fly, Merlin, fly, explanations you defy. Another one like you there'll never be. And only she could see how you hid your silver wings, and were always just an angel in disguise. Only she could see how you hid those silver wings, and were always just an angel in disguise. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Well, I got a PG-13 song. Is it okay to do that? Okay. It's not. It's, like I said, it's PG-13. You know, I'm looking around Cambridge, you know, I'm not seeing, I think you guys are a little short on your tattoo quarters. What's going on here? Everywhere else I go in the whole world, tattoos are very popular. Very popular. I think that's where a lot of that stimulus money went. Right to the old tattoo parlor. Although it's been going on longer than that. I don't have any. You know, all these my friends who do what I do, you know, you see the pictures, they got these tattoos and stuff, and they look really cool, and I'm like, no, not doing that. Sorry. I can't say I completely escaped unscathed, though. Let me just tell you one thing. I don't care how you feel about tattoos. My fiance has like 13 of them. They're fine. I don't have any problem with them. But one rule, never put your lover's name on your skin. Don't do that. Maybe it goes without saying, but someone should have said it to somebody I know. This song's called Tattoo. Well, I never got into the tattoo thing. I got some friends who are. I'll never be as cool as them. I'll never go that far. But there was this time a few years back. I thought I'd give it a try. And every time I see it now, makes me wanna die. See, it was our anniversary, and I was short on cash. So I went down to the tattoo joint and got your name put on my ass. And it was supposed to be kind of a joke that only you could see. Years later we broke up. I guess the joke's on me. And that tattoo on my ass is all I got left of you. And I guess it's kind of sad and it's kind of funny too. But I cannot think of a better place to immortalize your name than right there on my ass, the same place you were a pain. Well, years ago I got your diamonds and pearls and took you on vacations too. But this was only costing $50. Who knew? So I dropped my pants and hopped up on the table. In 20 minutes it was through. And I thought to myself, oh, what a bargain, it'll last forever too. Yeah, forever. But you see, tattoos fade if they're not cared for, and love will too. And a couple of years on up the road, I had enough of you. So I left, and you got to keep the house, the money, and even my dog too. Oh, but that's okay, honey, I got to keep the tattoo. Yes, that tattoo on my ass is all I got left of you. I guess it's kind of sad and it's ironic too, but I cannot think of a better place to immortalize your name than right there on my ass, the same place you were a pain. Well, my dad's got one of a screaming eagle from the 101st Airborne, and my girlfriend's got horses and peacocks, and her sister wants a unicorn. And some of my friends have so darn many, people think they're insane. But me, I've got the name of a girl who only ever brought me pain. That's okay, love leaves a lot of scars, mostly on the heart. In my case, it's gonna leave its mark where God split me apart. Oh, but life goes on. I learned my lesson. I'll never do that again. Could someone recommend a tattoo artist to cover up my sins? 'Cause that tattoo on my ass is all I got left of you. And guess it's kind of sad and it's kind of funny too, but I cannot think of a better place to immortalize your name than right there on my ass, the same place you were a pain. Yes, there's a tattoo upon my ass that proves I was insane. Thank you. Sorry. I have a worse one than that. I have a worse one from that, and I only got in trouble for playing it one time. And it was because a woman had a little kid at a bar. You know, who's wrong here, lady? Bring your kid to the bar. Things happen at the bar. Thank you for indulging my therapeutic songs. Spend the rest of this time trying to redeem myself here. This is a song called Iron and Stone. Fathers and sons are never quite done. I'd rise to the cries from your cradle in the darkness before my alarm, and I'd rock you while you took a bottle, then watch while you slept in my arms. They called you the runt of the litter, skin stretched over muscle and bone. But I knew that you were no quitter, a will made of iron and stone. And fathers and sons, well, they're never quite done, and you grew in the blink of an eye. But you're everything that I wish I was, my sky blue-eyed boy. I taught you to throw your first baseball. Sports were your thing from the start. You taught me to always be open, while you took everything to your heart. And it hurt you when I left your mother, and you tried your best to atone for sins that you had not committed. A pain made of iron and stone. And fathers and sons, well, they're never quite done. One makes the other one cry. But you're everything that I wish I was, my sky blue-eyed boy. Turns out the runt of the litter is taller and stronger than most. But I know your heart's even bigger, and I hope that you'll carry me close. And I wish I could give you the answers. I wish I could see the unknown. I'd replace the teardrops with laughter and love made of iron and stone. And fathers and sons, well, they're never quite done. One needs the other to fly. But you're everything that I wish I was, my sky blue-eyed boy. My sky blue-eyed boy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I'm used to doing 3-hour shows. I usually don't have to think, oh, well, let's skip that one, let's do this one. I got to do them all. Tonight we're doing the fun ones, the ones I really like to do. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's do that one real quick. This is a song off my new CD as well. It's a little hard, maybe a little hard to follow. Quick little background. I come from an area that was very much invested in the coal mining back in the day in central Illinois. And I'd heard this story growing up about my grandfather and his brother who worked in the coal mine together. But then I found out years later they also played music together. My grandfather kind of did what I did, which was play chords and sing, and his brother does what my brother used to do, which was pick guitar for me. So I thought that was kind of weird and kind of spooky in a way. So I'd heard that growing up, but I'd also found out that my grandfather's brother was killed in the mine in an accident back in the 50s. And then my grandfather would never go underground after that. He worked on the surface only after that. I didn't even know my grandfather could play the guitar until I was in high school. One day he picked one up and just started playing and singing. I was amazed, you know. That happens. All of a sudden somebody thinks in one way, then all of a sudden you see a whole other side of them. That's how it struck me. So I'd heard this story growing up, right? And then I heard the other part of the story was when that accident had happened, my father was in about 6th grade. And, you know, they weren't as careful with kids back then as they are now. And the principal took him and his brother into their office and told them that their father had been killed in the mine. Now, it wasn't their father, it was their uncle. So, you know, of course, that all got straightened out later. And I thought, how horrible that must have been, you know, because first of all, there's great relief. But second of all, you feel, oh, my God, my uncle's died. So that all that stuff, sorry, man, that all came together one night at my kitchen table. Strangely enough, with a guitar in my hand. And so this song is called Herbie's Lead Guitar. My grandpa and his brother worked there side by side in that number 9 exploratory bituminous mine, and they worked them both like mules, treated worse and borrowed tools, left waiting on that spring whistle to blow. And then Grandpa, he would strum and sing in the pool halls and the bars, with his brother right beside him, picking lead guitar. And they'd play for all the girls, hoping one's heart to unfurl, to be that miner's light when down below. Down in that hole, down in that hole, where you might get used to crying when you're born to mine the coal. In that hole, brother, there's just one thing you should know. That number 9 mine will take your soul. What a state inspector said, everything was fine and no reason had been found to shut down number 9, and all the miners knew there was nothing they could do. Just who the hell were they to testify? So my grandpa and his brother were working side by side in that number 9, now certified bituminous mine. And there came an awful sound and the whole thing tumbled down. One of them would live, but one would die. Down in that hole, down in that hole, Well, you might get used to dying when you're born to mind the cold. In that mighty cold will cut you like a knife. That number 9 mine will take your life. Well, they took that boy aside, told him that his dad was dead. But they were wrong, it was his uncle who died instead. And that really happened to my dad. It still makes me sad. His daddy carries Uncle Herbie's name. And I think about my grandpa, Herbie's lead guitar, and how they both were miners who wanted to be stars. And it fills my heart with joy, 'cause to me they kinda are. Who'd have ever thought they would find fame down in that hole, down in that hole? Well, you might get used to crying when you're born to mind the cold. In that hole, brother, there's just one thing you should know. That number 9 mine will take your soul. Yeah. Kind of a convoluted, hopefully it kind of comes out all right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So much history. Let's see. What time we got there, buddy? Oh, shoot. Really? Can I do 2 more? All right, 2 more. Thank you guys for hanging out and sticking with me. I really appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to do 2 of my favorite songs and dismiss class. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And thank you, John and Stephanie and the kids, Miles, Anderson, and Colette. I was sitting here the whole night thinking, what's her name? Thank you for sharing your home with me, inviting me in. This song is one of my favorites I've written. This one's called Almost in Love. Well, it tugs at the heart and it troubles the mind. There's the one who you want and the one who you find. And it soars like a hawk, but it dies like a dove. Ain't that always the way when you're almost in love? It'll nag at you softly that something is wrong. It's like some words that are missing somewhere in a song. And it fits well enough, but not quite like a glove. Well, you can't wear it well when you're almost in love. 'Cause it's hard like a stone, but it's too soft to build. And you're left with a promise that goes unfulfilled. Well, it's too high below and too low from above. 'Cause it's all out of reach when you're almost in love. So when something's so close and yet so far away, you don't want to leave, but it's too much to stay. and it'll cut like a blade as it numbs like a drug. Well, you won't get out clean when you're almost in love, 'cause it's hard like a stone, but it's too soft to build, and you're left with a promise that goes unfulfilled. Well, it's thicker than water and thinner than blood, 'cause it's never enough when you're almost in love. Like a tree in the bottoms washed away by the flood, well, the roots cannot hold when you're almost in love. Ain't that always the way when you're almost in love? Thank you, guys. It's been such a pleasure being here. I really do. Thank you so much for showing up and supporting original music around Illinois. Jon, again, thank you for what you do, everything you do here. I know I'm not alone in wishing you well with this. This is great. And I'm going to do this last song here and get on out of here. This one's called Dandelion, and I wrote this song after having a competitive conversation with my girl. That's one of those conversations where it's getting loud and the understanding and compassion is dropping like a stone and things are not going very well. You may have had one of these, maybe. And at one point she said something to me that just stopped me right in my tracks, and I said, "Wow, aren't you a dainty little flower?" Yeah. Remember I said I've seen everything with her now. And she said, "No, I'm more like a dandelion." And I said, "Lost this fight. That's a good idea for a song, honey." And the next night, I was sitting laying there in bed with her. I had a little half-size Ovation guitar that used to belong to my son. And I wrote this song called Dandelion. So I'm going to leave you with it, and I thank you again. Well, you pop up every April like 1,000 tiny suns. When the warmer days grow longer and the springtime has begun, and all across the rolling fields or in a common sidewalk crack, no matter what I do to you, you just keep coming back. Well, the beauty of a burning bush and the toughness of a weed, the more I try to stamp you out, the more that you succeed. You turned your face up to the heavens with a brightly colored mane. Well, there ain't no way you'd smell as sweet by any other name. Dandelion, my dandelion, honey, I keep pushing you away. You just keep on trying. Dandelion, baby, stop your crying. There ain't nothing in the world compares to my sweet dandelion. Well, you ain't no fragile orchid, you ain't no thorny rose, you ain't no shrinking violet that pops up between my toes. You'll make your home wherever you end up, you just don't give a damn. And the way you bloom amid the doom is hard to understand. But you poke your head up through the grass so you can take a peek, and your kiss is soft and gentle when you brush against my cheek. No, it ain't always the ripest grape that makes the finest wine. It's my bright and sunny dandelion that I'll choose every time. Dandelion, my dandelion, honey, you keep on telling me, and I just keep denying. Dandelion, baby, stop your crying. There ain't nothing brightens up my world like my sweet dandelion. Solo! And when the days grow colder, I will watch your colors fade. And you'll sleep beneath the snow till you explode like a grenade. But before you go back underground, just tell me you're okay. 'Cause springtime rolls around again, I'm picking a bouquet of dandelions, of dandelions. Well, you show me how to live again whenever I start dying. Dandelion, baby, I ain't lying. There ain't nothing in the world compares to my sweet dandelion. There ain't no one brightens up my world like my sweet dandelion. Ooh, you will always be my girl, my sweet dandelion. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I had a great time. Thank you. One more, huh? Throw that guy out of here. Thank you guys. I'm sure the mosquitoes